Hi everyone, welcome back to You Can Do STEM. My name is Jalisa Torres and I'm a graduate student here at Yale University in the chemistry department. Today we're going to talk about the importance of mentors and finding a community that supports you along your career in STEM. And for this topic, we have Robert Fernandez with us today. Welcome, Robert.
Thank you for having me.
Robert is a PhD student here at Yale as well, and he's also the founder of an STEM initiative called Científico Latino, and he's going to talk a little bit about it today with us. But first, let's start with your career path, your story, and how you got here to Yale and to pursue your PhD.
Sure. So originally, my background. So I was born in Lima, Peru, and I came with my family to the United States when I was 4, and we came from Lima to New Jersey. But what I didn't know for at least 10 years from then on was that when we came to the U.S., we were undocumented. So I remember when I was ready to apply for colleges. Originally, I wanted to go into business school, and I was like, okay, so you're filling out the college application form, and it's a social security number, and I didn't really have a social security number. I remember calling my mom, like, hey, so what's my social security number? And she was like, yeah, no tienes uno. From then on, I was like, so why not? And then it finally sunk in that I was undocumented. So after that, I went to community college, got an Associate of Arts in Business Administration, and then after that, I heard about this CUNY system in New York where they accepted undocumented students. So I went to York College where I ended up graduating with a bachelor's degree in biotechnology. And then that's when I, one, learned what a PhD was, two, found really great mentors that supported me along my path. And then from York College, here I'm working on wrapping up my PhD in molecular biochemistry and biophysics here at Yale.
So along your way, you found a lot of mentors that sort of guided you and directed you towards your career. And then you started this new initiative called Científico Latino, in which you have several mentors helping people to prepare for graduate school and their application. Can you tell us a little bit about this initiative, how it started or why it started?
Sure. So in terms of the why, I know that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the mentors. Like, all it really took one day was one of my biology professors, Dr. Simon, coming up to me during lab and saying, "Do you want to do research?" And back then, she was studying like social behavior of the fruit fly. But if it wasn't for that experience, I wouldn't have done research in her lab for 2 years. She's the one who invested in me and that was something new for me, like having a mentor like care about me. And because of her role, like I learned what summer programs are, what a PhD program is, how to prepare for them. I went to AbriCam, and because of how much she invested in me, the biology department also invested in me, and that led me to coming here to Yale. And I was lucky throughout my last couple of years finding great mentors here at Yale as well. But unfortunately, not everyone has access to the resources that these mentors provide. I feel that it's very difficult for underrepresented students and low-income students to have access to good mentors. And I wanted to create a platform to help them. And this really happened literally like the day of the election, where I was hanging out with a colleague of mine, Ben Oni, in the MCDB department here. And I wanted to think of a platform to help people like me. And originally, like we launched in August 2017, and at the beginning, it was a graduate student at Rockefeller, Olivia Goldman, who actually coined the term Científico Latino because I wasn't that creative like me. So first, we decided if we're gonna help underrepresented students, we should focus on one thing at a time. So first we compiled a list of all grad school fellowships, undergraduate fellowships, and then along the way came Gabriela Bosco Ortiz, which I knew her when she was a postbac here. And in addition to compiling these fellowships, she was very passionate about finding underrepresented students to share their stories in STEM through our blog series. So now we have like our STEM Life, which gives like professional development advice, and then Human Side of STEM, where underrepresented students talk about their journey in science. And then along the way, we compiled more list of resources, such as summer undergraduate research programs. So we have 500 of them divided by discipline. And then grad school preview weekends where they invite unrepresented students to visit grad school for a weekend, all expenses paid for. And then post-bac programs, example personal statements, and example fellowship samples. And recently, we have actually a new incoming BBS student, Daisy Duan, who's serving as our STEM Education Outreach Director, where we're working on having professional development workshops throughout the East Coast at first. So how to prepare for grad school, how to apply for summer research programs. And we're hoping that we can give these workshops at schools and community colleges that really need access to this information. And with all their help, and we also have several volunteers helping out, we started this grad school application preparation initiative where we have mentors such as grad students and postdocs that are looking over grad school applications for underrepresented and low-income students. And hopefully this will help them get an extra help in order to be competitive for grad school.
That's awesome. And this is all in your webpage, which
Yes.
is cientificolatino.com.
Yes.
Right. I'm gonna link their webpage down below so that you guys can visit it. So what are the ways that the audience can get involved in your community, either by seeking out for mentorship and sending their application material, or maybe even joining your community as mentors to help other people?
Good question.
That's probably two questions, but
So to address the first question, first part of the question, in terms of forming a community, so we have this Scientific Latino network, and in short, it's just a Facebook group where we have grad students and postdocs, and as well as undergraduate students. And I know our team, we do our best to have to promote professional development resources there. So, for example, here are conferences like SAG International Camp that you should apply for. This is when a travel award is due. And these are conferences for underrepresented students who are interested in grad school or even MD, Ph.D. But we also share information on these are upcoming grad school diversity preview weekends, and these are deadlines. But also, we're hoping this Facebook group can be a place where undergraduates can have any questions on behalf about the grad school process. How do I find fee waivers? Do I reach out to mentors directly? How do I prepare for my interview? And pretty much anyone, the Facebook group is open and anyone is welcome to join. But also in terms of how to be involved as a volunteer. So right now on our webpage, if you're interested in looking over grad school applications for underrepresented students, you can directly email us at scientificlatino@gmail.com, or we also have a flyer on our webpage where you could sign up. And if you're an undergraduate who needs help with grad school applications, definitely sign up. And there are also, if you are thinking of other ways to volunteer besides helping over grad school applications, we definitely appreciate the help. We're always looking for more blog series telling your story in STEM, or helping us develop professional development workshops so we can give these workshops at community colleges and four-year colleges.
So you guys have graduate students and professors I see in your webpage.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit more about the types of mentors that you can find?
Sure. So the types of mentors that we have on our platform for the grad school preparation initiative, we have grad students, postdocs, and adjunct faculty who are there to help you with your grad school application. In terms of mentors that we have on our team, so we have Enrique de la Cruz, who is one of the deans of Brentford College here at Yale, Giovanna Guerrero Medina from here at Yale Science Academy and director of Science PR. We have Suam Myong, who's a adjunct professor at Johns Hopkins, and recently we have Alan Goldman, who is a distinguished professor at Rutgers University. And these professors are here to give us guidance on our initiatives and what directions we can take and connect us to a broader audience as well.
So just to finish and summarize everything a little bit, do you have any suggestions for the audience?
So if you're a high school student, definitely check out our resources on college fellowships and our blog series where we have underrepresented students talking about their journey in science. As we mentioned earlier, representation matters. And I would have been less hesitant of going to grad school if I knew there were more mentors that looked like me. In terms of undergraduates, if you're applying for grad school this cycle, definitely sign up for our grad school application initiative. And if you need any help or want to volunteer further with Científico Latino, whether it's once again through like the grad school application preparation initiative, writing blog series, helping us develop professional development workshops, or are interested in having us give a workshop at your school, definitely feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to work together.
So thank you again for being here, and thank you guys for tuning in and watching our videos. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you want to see more content that will help you advance in your STEM career. We'll be uploading more content on how to find more mentors, how to find community, how to pick your career, and how to stay strong along your path in your STEM career. So if you have any questions or ideas, you can email them to our email link down below. I'm also going to link Científico Latino webpage and their email so that you guys can contact them directly and ask for help and maybe even join their community to start helping other people. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Robert, for being here with us today. I'll see you next time because you can do STEM.